So I'm here with Luna Ora. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing awesome. Um, Luna is, why don't you tell the people what Luna does?
What Luna does. Um, Luna is a sex priestess and the founder of the sex magic school of Isis and Lilith. I channel specific light codes and information from the temple of Isis and Lilith and the sisters of the temple to help mankind right now to create sacred unions and evolve and align and do it better.
And she is awesome.
Thank you.
That's what I say. She's awesome. So you offered to help me with a few things that I was trying to work through. And I don't know how we do this. What do you want? Do you want me to say the thing that I want to work on?
I want you to be in your divine masculine right now. I want you to center, stay in your heart, and guide this conversation. Be the guide, be the leader, be the divine masculine leader of this energy that we're creating right now.
All right.
And I'm going to respond to you as a divine feminine.
Okay.
So I want you to be in your power. Trust yourself, trust your heart, and let your heart lead you.
So, okay. My lovely sister, Luna, I would like you to help me to understand how to open my heart more.
Go deeper into that. What does that mean for you to open your heart?
It means that I feel like it's open. It's open to help people. And I help a lot of people, and I do well. I channel, I do a lot of stuff that actually helps people, but it feels like there's layers and blockages of receiving from other people. So I can give, but I'm not good at receiving.
Okay. So there's a few things. First of all, acknowledging and accepting the fact that you are here in a male's body, and your job is to give more. Your job is to be a channel of light that actually gives more. So it's not like I have to master surrendering and receiving, which is very difficult for me because I grew up in a world that forced me from day one to be more masculine. But for you, your mastering is to be that clear channel that the light of source will always flow through, and you give and you give and you give. Because when you are in that clear channel, it's a constant flow. You're never empty because you are literally in this constant flow. It's not like you're giving everything and you're empty. No. That happens to women, actually. We give too much and then we're emptying because we need to receive. For you, it's about being clear, and what we spoke about before of eating animals is very important. You want to be a clear channel. You have a lot of powers. You're very powerful from what I sensed before, and we did that work, and I felt your energy super intense. It will be a lot more grounded and centered and more powerful and expanded when you clean your vessel, when you clean your channel. So you have to remember every single second of your life, I am a channel of light. Like LILITH, you say this to yourself. I am a channel of light. I am a channel of love. And whatever you are bringing into this channel, that's what you're going to create and give. And so that's number one. And yeah, it's very important. And what we did before we came on this call, I did the work with you on the grounding through your penis and your sexual organs, and allowing that energy to give it to the mother, to the earth, to be balanced, to be, and you felt it by yourself when you did that, when you felt that groundness and your sexual energy was balanced and not all over the place, then your solar plexus are all of a sudden awakened, right? And then you do that more to align all the different energy centers in your body.
Okay.
especially the heart is your power source, is a divine masculine. And so every action in your life, ask, am I doing it from the heart? Am I being the divine masculine leader from my heart?
Right.
And that includes everything. That includes, when you're interviewing someone, that includes when you're talking to a friend, when you're choosing what to eat, everything you do has to come from the heart. Just the way everything I do must come from the womb. It must come from that eternal love of the mother. If my job and my mission and what I want to embody in this life is the divine mother herself. And so, first of all, ask yourself, well, who do I want to be? What kind of man do I want to be? If you just want to stay that man, that lives in this world that you've lived before, and no growth, no expansion, that's fine. If that's what you choose to do, great. But I don't think that that's what you're choosing to do. You seem like a man on a mission. You seem like a man who is in a constant desire to expand and change and be the better version of themselves. So are you taking the actions, or are you just talking about it?
Right.
Because if you're not taking the actions and you're not aligning them with your words, it means nothing. Your words, don't be offended, but I'm going to say this to you and every man. If you are not taking actions that are aligned with your words mean shit. And women will not be able to trust you. Little girls may be able to feel like they can trust you because they're not aligned with their own truth yet. So you're going to attract people like that. But if you want conscious women and people, men too, in your life, then what kind of a man are you? You have to be very honest with yourself about that. Very honest.
Yeah. Yes.
And another thing that's important too, of course, is not to waste your sexual energy, is to really practice holding your semen and bringing it up into your heart and not ejaculate 20 times a day like most men do. Be careful what kind of pornographic or sexual images or videos or things that you're receiving from the external world. Be very mindful and really protective in that way of your sexual energy, because it drains you. It really drains you, especially as a man. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah. So also be very mindful and respectful and honorable about the energy, because again, you're a channel that gives all the time. A lot of men are not conscious and mature enough to have mastered their energy that they're giving to the world. And so one of the mastery of a divine masculine is to, again, be very conscious and mature about what kind of energy you're sending out, especially to women.
Okay.
Because they will receive it. And a lot of the times they will receive it not in a very good way. I can tell you as a feminine person, as a female, that throughout a woman's life, even when we're little girls, most of the time maybe men don't really mean to do so. But because they're not conscious of themselves, they don't actually know themselves or their energy. One look that you give a girl or a woman, it can really rattle her, like not in a good way. So really be mindful, is what I'm saying, of the energy you're giving out.
I guess my question is, we've interacted a few times. What energy do I give out?
I don't know yet for so much, because we've only had these interactions on Zoom, and today I felt, we had a longer talk and I felt a little bit more trusting.
Okay.
And more, I felt like today I really felt your very pure intentions. I felt your love. I feel, I feel this is true for all of us. I feel like when we are, like we spoke before, when we're more vulnerable, people can trust us more.
Right. Right.
They can open up. They can see that beauty, and so that's what I really liked and I really appreciated.
Okay.
It was very, like I said, it was medicine for me to receive that love, and and appreciation from you.
And that makes me feel good because, you know, that's my intention. So I didn't want to give out anything other than that. And I'm happy about it. I know I still got work to do on myself. But it's good to know I'm at least at that point. So, so.
And also another tip for men is you can always have the excuse, and I hear it from a lot of men clients or men that I meet. There's always the excuse of, you know, but I live in this little small town, or I live in this part of the world, or, you know, and men are not really conscious around me. And, you know, I'm like, okay, that's good. Maybe you have been put there to be the beacon, to be the leader for these men to awaken to their divine masculine. So grow the fuck up, own your divine masculine, and show them how to do it. Let them, give them the permission and to join you there, to join you in that better place. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's power. That is actual power. And if we're not here on the planet to be better versions of ourselves and to inspire others to do the same, why are we here for it?
Right.
I mean, what are we doing?
So I agree with what you're saying. You've got a little drill sergeant attitude in you.
I do.
Yes, you do.
It's the sex priestess in me, because like my main kind of like gift is a sex priest, and every sex priestess is different. You know, you have like different women that, you know, I initiate, and they have different gifts and different ways to speak to men. Some of them are super soft, like no matter what the man does, they're like super soft and accepting. And I'm like, my job is to be that drill sergeant to push and like force that divine masculine out of you in any cost, you know?
Right.
So no, it's not going to work on every man. I am aware of that, but on the men that it needs to work on, it will. And even if they don't accept it in the moment, a few months later on, a few years later on, I know I planted a seed, and I see them shift. Like I see, and they come back, and I'm like, thank you for being so harsh on me. Like I have men in my programs, in my God Men programs. I am a drill sergeant, like super tough, very different than the way I am, of course, with the Priestess program, because that's a very feminine energy, and we kind of feed off each other's feminine flow and just surrendering. Right. But when I'm with a man, like, no. No masturbation for 3 months. But that's tough. The thing. That's what men need. Men and women are lacking. We do not have in our society today true initiation, and I speak about it a lot. We are lacking this powerful rite of passage ritual phase in a boy and a girl's life. And that's why when men come to me, even if they're 50 or 60 years old, they need their soul, and our spirit, our human spirit still needs to go through that initiation rite of passage stage. So I'm gonna bring them into that rite of passage when they're 55 years old. Yeah, if they need to, because they didn't have it. So their inner boy is still there controlling the situation, because their subconscious mind still thinks I'm still a boy. I didn't have the initiation to be a man. Men today, especially in America, for example, you know, the rite of passage and initiation from being a boy to man, what is it? To go to the club and to get drunk and to fuck a girl. You know, to drink all the beer, and like, do you see how destructive that is? And how completely unconnected to divine masculine that is? Right. So it makes sense. We need the rite of passage, and we need to go through the initiation. And initiation looks very different for a man and a woman, and the masculine and the feminine. And the masculine needs that tough love kind of vibe, kind of energy. You know, it's, yeah, so.
How long, is there any difference in the time of initiating a woman compared to a man?
Yes. especially, okay, so there's a difference also with what I initiate with, what I speaking about my work specifically, because some women come to me for, you know, just self-improvement and connecting to their divine feminine. So their program is about 3-4 months. And then I have the sex priestess initiation, which actually keeps changing. This month I actually expanded it because there's so much more knowledge and information that's coming through. And so if a sex priestess actually wants to be initiated as a sex priestess, like this, like she knows this is the work she wants to do on this planet, it's almost a year of initiation. It's a very long initiation. And for the men, I work with them about 3 to 4 months. Sometimes a little more, sometimes, you know, they need a little bit more extra kind of support and things like that. But the main journey is about 3-4 months. And again, I wish I could meet all these people face to face and not, you know, unfortunately now I work online a lot and do calls and video calls. And that's why another reason why I'm initiating a lot of sex priestesses, because I feel like men really need to work with this energy one-on-one. And so I want women to be able to do that. And when I say a sex priestess, just to be clear here, we're not having sex with men. Our job is so deep. Men get from a sex priestess so much more than what they would get in sex. Like, we're here to align your soul with your mission, with your purpose, with your power. That is a much greater gift than a pussy. Not that the pussy is not a great, pussy is the greatest gift ever, but what a sex priestess does is this is very sacred work, very, very sacred. And that's why, you know, sometimes I look serious, you know, as you said, I look serious. It's because it is serious. This work, I have a lot of reverence and honor and respect. And that's what I demand from my initiates and people that work with me too. There has to be respect and sacredness in this path.
So are you always the drill sergeant, or
No.
are you okay? Just
when I need to.
When you need to, okay.
Most of the time I'm the mother. Most of the time I am a mother. I hold, and even when I am the drill sergeant, I'm still doing it from a very loving mother place.
Right.
I'm doing it because I give a shit.
Right.
And because I see the greatness in someone, and I'm not going to take anything less than their greatness. Why would I? Why should they?
Right. And I feel that
the world needs you in your greatest essence and power.
And that's what a mother spirit is. They want to mother and raise, whether it's a male or female, they want to raise that person to be the best that they can be.
Exactly. And I'm not here to feed your ego. So, you know, people's ego might be very offended, and a lot of them do from things I say even on YouTube. But I am here to feed your soul. I'm here to awaken the memory and the knowledge of your soul. So if your ego is offended, I don't care, because I'm not here to speak to people's ego.
That's good. That's powerful.